All right, everybody, welcome. This is CBSI Presents Tales from Flipside number 73. Comicbookinvest.com, CBSI, for all your speculation and comic book needs. I'm Dino. I got the new swag, Forgotten 5 Comics. Boys, introduce yourselves.
Hey, P-Dub's here. Good show tonight. I don't know. I'm ready.
He's wearing the official shirt, so things are going to get wild.
That's right.
Z here, recovering after last week's show, trying to do it mostly solo with P-Dub some help, so glad to have the crew back.
Yep, Brian McClay here, looking forward to this show, get back to normal and get in the swing of things.
It's Ben S. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
I can.
Sweet. All right, back. I missed last week. Paul, nice hair.
Thanks, man. Johnny Bravo.
And not too happy kid.
Story of my life.
That's the other Z.
Yeah.
All right, boys. What we got on the plate this week is a lot of pickups, I guess. Heroes Con, because the Forgotten 5 guys came back from Heroes Con. Mexican Gwen, hopefully a Paul's problem, and Brian's sports pickup. So,
all right.
So it's on the platter today. So hopefully it'll be a good show.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Sorry?
I said, hell yeah.
I'm gonna go last on pickups because I have the most, I bet you. So
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
All right.
I got a couple things. I couldn't find the other one, but I picked up a couple of the.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I was lucky to pick up these guys. And this one, the comic inside isn't too great a condition.
Just leave it in the box, I've decided.
Yeah. I'm just going to leave it in the box and try and sell it as is.
Those comics just don't. I mean, that box is brutal.
Yeah. And then I picked up another one of Warrior number ones. This one's actually beautiful condition. I mean, it's got a couple color breaking ticks, but I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yeah,
You guys weren't listening last week. I talked about it looks like CGC and the new magazine holders, they've switched to the new type. And I'm betting that we're going to see a lot more Warrior ones go through because I saw a Deadline one. I'm betting that one fits again.
That's exactly. It's funny you say that, Z, because I was looking at hearing people talk about that, and just from hearing them talk about it, I went, I'm going to go see if there's any that have popped up recently or any that are being bid on, and I got one. So that I was.
I wonder if I was looking at it too.
You probably were. Me and you, we always look at the same stuff. So.
I skipped this one, so
yeah,
congrats.
Yeah, you're too busy buying the big boy books. This is a comic cover that I pick up every time I see it, 9.8 if I can, just because it's one of my favorite covers. And I think it's got great spec value. It's Wolverine's number 2, the first appearance of Phantomel. That's why I think it's got the spec value. I don't know what is all going on with that now because spoilers for those of you guys that aren't listening or reading Uncanny. I know that Phantom X got used, his body got used to bring back Professor X. But from what I hear, it sounds like Marvel's going to be doing another reboot. So who knows if that's going to stick. But this is the is it Maleev, Alex Maleev variant of the Wolverine's number 2 cover. The Mystique variant. And it's the signature series that I picked up. And this is like the second or third 9.8. First signature series.
That's your second or third 9.8 of that book?
Yeah. You can get them for cheap. You can get them for like $40 or under sometimes, you know.
Huh.
Is Phantomel just in one panel on that book? Is that how that is?
That's a good question. It does say here first appearance of Phantomel and cameo of Culpepper on last page.
Okay.
So but that's definitely something to look into. I know CGC and the grading companies are just as bad as us when it comes to that stuff. So, you know how that is. So,
of course.
Let's see here. And then the second one that I picked up Paul, I know, loves this book. And it is the Spider-Gwen 16 Dave Johnson variant. 9.8.
Oh, man, you guys are all grabbing those.
Yeah, I picked it up because it was cheap. I'll tell you how much I paid for both these books. For both these books, I paid with shipping $220.
It's crazy. You can get a great deal.
Yeah, so
Agreed.
those were pretty cool. So those are really all for pickups, but I do want to mention later in the show, we've been talking about some more sports stuff lately, sports card stuff, and I kind of brought this up. Me and Ben and I think talked about it. These are the Bowman blaster boxes that people are going crazy for at your Targets and stuff. And I'm going to be opening up one of each of these later in the show. And we'll see how that goes. So that's later in the show. And then, of course, for the people that don't know, I did pick up a huge sports card collection a couple weeks back and finally have had the chance to go through that. And I'll be talking about some of that later on in the show. So that'll be it.
Sweet.
Cool. Who we got next?
I can go.
Okay.
So I've had a slow week. Didn't get a lot of mail. Didn't do much. I did grab one random eBay buy it now. It had 2 foreign books in it. Yeah, of course, foreign books. If you didn't catch last week's episode or dial in, talked a whole episode about it again. So check that out. And then if you haven't checked the original one out with the Foreign Comic Collector magazine, you definitely should. Lots of crazy information. But one of the books shown was this, which is a flip book from Marvel Mexico. It was just kind of the throw-in book of the lot, but when I got it, the interesting thing was the flip side was First Omega Red. So that was kind of a nice little bonus book.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, when you weren't expecting it. I bought the lot because I saw this one that was terribly mislisted and is number 129 of the Superintendente Hombre Arena, which is the Gwen Stacy run. This is one of the non-canon books. It does not have her on the cover, but it's got a pretty cool Craven cover. I got this for about $25 shipped for the pair, and we'll talk a little bit more about it because there were some auctions that went live this past week that for books that rarely come up, including the Grail of the Run and a couple of other big boy books. We can talk about the results and what's going on there.
Cool. I think Omega. I like to see Omega Red in the movie. That'd be kind of cool. I think if they did it right.
That book sells pretty well. If you're like, I don't know about eBay, but at a con, I sell out every time I bring them.
Yeah. Agreed.
Won't make you rich, but it'll sell.
Who's next? Paul? Somebody? Anybody? Ben?
Yeah, I got one. Sorry, I'm slightly distracted, guys. But I did. Speaking of Mexico, I did get the IDW. Some books from Mexico.
Nice.
I like their, close to versions. I think they're pretty decent. Sorry for the reflection.
Were
But
you inspired by last week's episode?
no, I bought them a while ago. Just stumbled upon them. I think I bought and it hasn't arrived yet. Something else from Mexico. A Gwen cover, modern. And then Stein, an update for you. The Wally book from France, the elusive Christmas variant. I sent you in Hangouts. Did you see that in the Flipside? There's so we're talking about the Wally Boom Studios #1 variant. On a Ghost article a while ago was the Christmas variant where the Christmas lights have color in them. And then I found another one today just searching around. I just put that book in every once in a blue moon. I don't know if this is a real variant, Stein, but it's the Christmas cover with the white lights, but he has just the Christmas hat on.
Yeah, it's weird. I remember not knowing. I don't think I've ever gotten confirmation
If that one was real.
if that one is actually real.
So I ordered it was the regular cover, but it was from France. It said, I don't know, different or something. So I just took a gamble on it, and it arrived today. And it's the Wally children's book.
Well,
I might be processing a return on that one. We'll see. But So I guess that's what they meant by different. So oops.
You're not going to give it to the kids. It's already there.
Yeah, man.
You
Maybe.
ain't gonna ship that back to France.
You paid $55 for it. That's what I'm not telling everybody.
No, it was like 12 bucks or something.
It's not bad.
Does it have gold staples?
I don't know, Peruvian variant or something. I gotta double check. Maybe the comic is in here somewhere. So, oh well, can't win them all. I can gamble.
That's funny.
That's all I got.
An early Paul's problem.
Right.
Ben, you got anything this week?
I bought 0.
Wow. Who is this guy? I'll go. I should have made this a video. Honestly, should have, but it's okay. I'm gonna do a CGC rant right in the beginning because that's what I do. So we got this book back, Amazing Spider-Man 238, and we got a 9.2 on it. But we paid for like the expensive label, but then they screwed me and put the sticker over the label. So why would I buy the label if they put the sticker of CGC over the label? So
Are they all like that?
I don't know.
Hold on, I just bought that Iron Man one last week. Let me look at it real quick.
Dude, it's terrible, man. I'm like, I paid for, expensive. I wouldn't say it's that expensive, but
He's swinging out behind the label, man. What are you talking about?
yeah. The problem is there's something over under the label.
Where are you gonna put that? Where are you gonna put the CGC sticker though?
It's like that on this too.
What the fuck, man? Put it in the middle over where it says the big gap between Iron Man 1 and Iron Man. Put it there.
They can't. Some of the titles are too long.
Jesus, I don't know.
Nitpicky.
I am nitpicky.
Yeah, it was what, $5? It was only $5.
It was $5, but I was more pissed that I got a 9.2 on the copper side.
They need to make the sticker smaller, or just put it on the back.
Yeah,
Take it off.
yeah, I know, right?
You can't not have the sticker. It's part of the it's part of the freaking look, guys.
I know. So,
People die for conformity.
So they're hitting us hard on copper. I don't see anything really wrong with this, but I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Could it be from the tattoos and?
It has tattoos. No, I don't know.
No, I
you
mean
just
more
getting-
like I don't know, pressing it and tattoos. I don't. That's a Sean question.
That's
Though.
a funny question.
Are you just getting hammered from CGC right now?
on copper only? Because
Early modern and late copper, early modern and copper. They said they've been getting killed.
And I've been killed on them too.
I'll save this one. Hold on 1 second. This one I got actually, and I thought it was just a cool cover because I'm a Galactus fan, but I bought this back in the day and finally got it graded. So it's that Hunger Neil Adams number 198 variant. So I just thought it was a cool. I could have had him sign it, but
That black cover.
yeah, it's a black cover on the back too. So
Nice.
I thought it was cool. I mean, I paid $50 for it, so better. And then the big boy of all big boys. We're gonna go with a Spawn number 1, black and white, 9.8.
Oh, nice.
So let's go.
Is that the one you sent?
Yeah, that's the one I sent. So I
That
paid.
is beautiful.
Yeah, I paid market raw for it, and it came back 9.8 because legs of match strap pressing. And it's funny. I call this the prototype book because I've never had one and Sean's never pressed one. So we were both like in uncharted territory. So, but he did it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is that the one of the few Dino PC books?
So that's a good question since you brought it up. Everybody keeps asking me what my price is on this, and it's like I see one. There's only one listed on eBay, and it's for $3,000 right now. Now GPA says it's $1,000 book, but how many's out there? There's only like 70 out there. But how are you gonna find another one? You know what I'm saying? What do you do, Stein? You tell me. What do you think? I find these books that are like not on the census. They're like the Sinkovich variant. Go find another one. You know, it's like.
I mean, those. I think you just stick them on there, put whatever price you want, and just let it sit there, and just you'll get eyes on it. It'll bring views to your other books.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So,
I mean, if you don't care to move it, I mean, who cares? Just let it sit there.
yeah, I'm not really worried about it. I did sell my Sinkovich variant over at HeroesCon. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about a bunch of other stuff when we get to HeroesCon. So I went to this garage sale on Saturday. Oh, I guess I should preface that. I didn't go to a garage sale. I went to a garage sale on Saturday, but let me pull some books out so I don't confuse everybody what I got. So my man, I can't do without a Robert Hat cover. So they're from Midtown, just
That's a nice one.
$3. No big
Oh, yeah,
deal.
that was interesting.
Yeah. I think it's a retake on an old Golden Age or on an old pre-code horror, I think.
Oh, the Hotep.
So that's that one. This is the coolest book probably I got, honestly. So my man George, Z's boy George, he hooked me up with this thing. So he got Robert Hack to personally autograph me a Sabrina cover for him.
Did he know it was going to you from your IG stuff or no?
I don't know. I mean, I think I tagged him in it.
And it's the Dino.
I know it's the Dino, man. But that's cool. You should see how many people fuck up my name in general. So no,
it's just the Flintstones Dino.
It's the Flintstones Dino. So no, I truly appreciate George for hooking me up with this. So
that's pretty sweet.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah,
George is a fan of the show. He's also the guy that took me to the basement dig in the middle of nowhere. So.
And I won't flip it over because Rob put his old he put his own personal email address on the back of it for me. Like I'm like
you know what you need to do with that, Dino? You need to take the O on it, turn that into a G, and then put another O behind it, because then it could say bingo.
Yeah, I know, right?
It looks like that the 2 is a B.
Yeah, but it came out pretty cool. I'm happy for it. So
no, that's cool, man.
That's really thoughtful. That's cool as shit.
Yeah, so I gotta hook up George next time I talk to him. So what I did is I went to this Craigslist deal on Saturday, and I knew a CBSI guy who kind of went before me, and I'm like, oh, maybe he cleaned out everything, right? I said I'll go anyways. So I picked up all these books for like $250, and I'll kind of go through them real quickly. So I just bought this X-Men 77. I got it for everything was like a quarter off, so I'll show everybody prices and stuff. So like I got it for like $8. I mean, X-Men 77 for $8, I'll take it. You know,
it's a nice little copy.
Yeah, a couple. I mean, the spine's blown, but whatever. I mean, X-Men 30. I got this for another like $8. So
nice.
I was like, you know, what? I mean, X-Men 30 for $8, no big deal. So I went Black Panther #1, right? Yep. #1, the Campbell variant. I got it for like $15.
Is that a newsstand or is that a direct?
I'm sorry.
Can't see it.
It says
So that's a newsstand.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a newsstand.
Yeah, I mean I got it for like $15 Stein, so I don't know.
Well, that could be a major score right there.
Yeah. It's not 9/8 by any stretch of imagination. There's like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 things on a
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just counting them up right there. I wanted to. I mean, I get on the list. So, I don't know. I got this book for $8. So, Silver Surfer #3. Obviously, it's missing a decent sized page, but $8, you got to pick this up all day, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So,
somebody will pay you $50 for that in a minute.
Yeah, I could maybe even get $100 probably, you know?
Oh, yeah.
If I take it along.
You fish the right price, you'll be fine.
I sold a bunch of these on our store on eBay. I can't keep them in stock long enough. I paid like $45 for it, but I bet I can get $100. I sold between $75 and $100. So
what is that? What number is that?
221 Spawn Amazing. I'm sorry, Spawn 221. It's the AF-15 homage with Spawn on it. So a lot of people eat these all day. I bought 2 of these. Now I paid a little pricey on them. I think I paid like $50, $55, but I got the Hastings Deadpool 8-bit variants.
Oh yeah.
And I just, you know, I called Sean, and Sean's like, "Hey, Hastings closed," so you know.
I remember those were expensive a long time ago, but are they? I haven't checked on those in forever.
I haven't.
I think Deadpool's a little cool.
Yeah, I think so too. I can look it up when I get done with this. I bought 2 of these. I got them for like $10 a piece. It's the Violator Spawn Wolverine 340 homage. So another homage cover that pretty much sells pretty much easily. So no big deal there. I saw it. I had to pick it up because I know my man Paul has one. So for $3, I got this. So Morbius, is it the auto, right? Morbius, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So no big deal. For $3, I'll pick it up all day. Sean had this book, or I would always skip this book. Sean had one at the wall or 2 on the wall on Heroes Con, but I picked up a Marvel Spotlight 2 Werewolf. I paid like $45 for it. It's in okay condition. I mean, I can make some money on this. So, I picked up this for $5 or $8 or something. Thor 338, not 337. So, I mean,
nice. I just sold a set the other day for almost 100.
Yep. 337 is really one that commands a lot, but maybe 338 when people get out of reach. This is Spawn 229. I got this for like $8. So I just picked up Spawn covers because they were hot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves Spawn right now. So, and then last but not least is I got 2 more books and then I'm done. It's this cool, crazy Golden Age cover. It's Super Mysteries Comics. I think it's version 4, number 2. So I got this for a whopping $8. So I saw a 6.5 go for like $635, I think.
Wow.
So
cool cover. Got the cannibals getting ready to throw people in boiling water.
Yeah. I don't know what it's gonna grade at, but I mean,
you can sell it for a few $100 pretty easy, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a massive spline split in it. I mean, it's probably like a 1.0, 2.5, but yeah, like you said.
Low grade is the new any grade.
And then I bought this one on online for $25. I did a little Tomb of Dracula #1. It's not in the greatest condition.
That one's still selling well, isn't it?
Yeah, you can get it for like, I probably could flip this for 50 maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's in pretty poor condition, but I said I'd take it. So.
That's one of the books that I'm looking for in high grade right now, or going to be looking for here shortly.
So that is my epic haul. I'm going to have a more epic haul next week, I think, because I'm going to go pre-code horror. So we'll stumble on that when we stumble on it. So I'm going to shift it up here. We're going to do Spider. We're going to do Mexican Spider Gwen. What are we doing? Mexican Gwen. What are we doing?
So we're going to talk some of these non-canon Spider-Man because I never see them come up to auction, especially since they've been getting some coverage. So you guys all know I've been talking about this run for probably at least a year, buying up copies as I find them, hunting them down. There's several issues that Gwen is on the cover looking kind of thicker than she normally is, or Mel V preferred version.
Yes.
And then there's a wedding issue of Peter and Gwen that is kind of the grail of the run, as well as some weird good girl art and one with Vampirella on the cover, and just lots of weirdness going on. So I caught some coming out of Mexico the other day. Was watching them, hoping they would go undervalued because they were just labeled not really well, no numbers, no issues. Just the publisher and Spider-Man, and just some bad nomenclature. I thought they would slip by, and as the auction hit, it was actually a midnight end time Eastern, and just not a great night. It was like a Thursday, I think Wednesday or Thursday, and I'm like, these are not going to get eaten up. I put some bids in. I thought I bid very well, paid more than I did for my last one. These are far from high grade copies because rarely are any high grade copies coming out of Mexico. I mean, a 4 to 6 is a good grade on these. If you've seen any graded, they just don't pop up. The Mexican wedding issue went for a whopping $1,395.
Wow.
It's the only one I've seen at auction in the 2 years I've been looking. I've seen one bin on eBay that is actually the copy I ended up with 6 months later from somebody else. So they just have not popped up. Some of the other highlights, the one with Vampirella on the cover went for $520. Another one with Gwen on the cover was Satanica on the cover, which I've shown a few times, which is the lady with her name in her hair is Satanica. A couple of the Gwen covers with her on front definitely broke the $200 barrier, and they all went for 100 or more, except one guy went for 99. So interesting to see them at auction. I could only imagine if it was an American seller and listed well, it probably got a little more action. So I know some people think I'm nuts for chasing this genre, but it is a Spider-Man book that every Spider-Man collector does not currently have. So, as we all know, they're probably some of the fiercest completionists out there. So keep your eyes on it. Keep kind of looking. It's one of those things, especially if you live where McClay does down south there, you got a chance of stumbling upon some of these.
Did any of the guys in your group claim the buyer to be the buyer or no?
I haven't seen who's claimed it yet. I mean, they just ended 2 days ago, so it wouldn't surprise me. It's going to be one of two people. It's either a collector who's been hearing it, talking about it, and you're never going to see it again, or it's going to be a flipper and you're going to see it listed as an American seller and probably twice the price, you know? So we will see what happens in about 2 weeks. Well, maybe 3. It's coming from Mexico. These things don't move very fast. So these books, I mean, less than a year ago, were selling for $25 a pop for most of them. The wedding issue was always a little bit more. When I paid for mine, I did not pay what that market was, but I probably paid 60%, 70%. Most of the collectors in that niche thought I was crazy. And probably most of you guys did too. But I think it's going to be one of those books that just people can't find and they're going to want. I will warn you, kind of pay attention. You showed me some, there's some prints that the artist is putting out because he's doing some tours at La Mole and a couple of the Mexican conventions. Duran. He's got some prints going around. There's also
I didn't even realize those were prints. I just looked at the covers.
Yeah, there's a couple of, I don't know if they're prints or reprints. I thought they were prints.
Metal foil print. I don't know.
Yeah, and there's also 3 of the issues have German translated reprints. So most of the wedding issues you see come up are actually a German reprint with it in German language. They're oversized, and they run about $50 when they're on eBay. So just watch out. Don't get fooled. So that's the dive into the crazy today.
Awesome, man. Got some crazy prices.
For sure. Uh-oh, we lost Dino.
Dino said he'd be right back, but yeah, it was the closed. Of course, I closed it. It was the come on, real quick. I was gonna pull up the other Mexican that I ordered that isn't here yet. I got the Ghost Spider 1 Mexican variant. I got it because I like the cover.
The one that looks like better. The land.
It's such a beautiful cover. I agree with you.
The one where she's in the rain.
Yeah, and she's pulling the hood kind of like
the in-luck key.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got it because it's a little more close to a Virgin. It doesn't have the barcode in the bottom left.
Yeah.
So I got that for, I don't know, about $30 shipped. So not too bad. It isn't here yet, so we'll see what condition it gets in. But figured why not?
Yeah. That's a beautiful cover.
So I don't know how much further I'll go down the Mexican rabbit hole, but the turtles I had to get. So.
When you're looking for those on eBay, are you typing in like Amazing Spider-Man Mexican, or are you typing in Le Hombre whatever?
I have about 7 search filters related to it because every seller seems to title it something different. So I mean, there weren't as many eyes on these as there could have been. When I started looking, I was typing in Amazing Spider-Man Mexico, and then I started typing the name, but then sometimes you get part of the name and you get Spider-Man. I mean, you could go nuts. And as I've said before, if you're looking for foreigns, you really can't limit your category because some of the eBays put these things, instead of under collectibles, they're under books or they're under hobbies or other things. So it is tougher than you want to find them when you're searching in foreign languages.
Are there on like on My Comic Shop? Are they listed on there to where you can like see because I've thought about trying to look for some of these, but I don't even know the book numbers, so then I don't know which covers I'm looking for.
I don't know if I've seen a complete list of just the non-canons. I've seen a list of the whole run, and you kind of got to piece together the non-canons. Maybe I will see if I can get Mr. C and the IT guys to put a list together for the site.
That'd be cool because I think probably. I mean, I'm sure some other people are just like me that would like to look for them, but I'd like you say the wedding or whatever, and I'm like, I don't even know what number that is. I don't know what because I don't know the language, so I don't know what I'm even trying to look for.
That's fair. I'll see if I can help out and get a list going, or maybe a checklist if I can get Mr. Nigo woken up, or if he's out of retirement for a minute.
That's cool. I'd appreciate it.
I might be the only. Maybe I'll be the only one that doesn't look familiar. That's it.
Okay.
I mean, if you're happen to be stumbling upon it, and you're Brian down in the Southwest, and you see something that doesn't look quite right, that's probably it. And if Gwen's a little thick, that's a good one.
No, you're 100% right. Like, it's funny you're joking about it, but when it comes to just even looking for the books, I mean, those stuck out immediately. Like, they just didn't fit. You know what I mean? They look different. They literally, even like in a stack, you see them, they look different. So
Scotty picked up some foreigns actually at HeroesCon. He picked up what did he pick up? I'm sorry. Did he pick up I think didn't he post it in the chat somewhere? I'm sorry, I just derailed.
I don't remember what he picked up. I do remember him showing me it.
Here it is. He picked up a ASM 316, which is
the Venom cover.
The Carnage cover, right?
361.
361. Yep.
361. It was a Mexican 361.
And then he picked up the Joker #1. The I think it's a German one, maybe.
It was wasn't it the tech or the Batman 251 with the Joker and the cards.
Yeah. And the card, yeah. And then he picked up he picked up one more. I can't remember. He picked up one more, but he didn't post it. So he did post up some other cool stuff that I don't know if I want to crush his because he's not here. Should I talk about his original art pickup?
No, you should save that for him.
Okay.
Dino he's trying to take credit for the big salad.
No. That's probably the best pickup of the whole con. So are we all done on Mexican Spidey? I'm sorry.
I am good with Mexican Spidey. I just thought I would share.
It's interesting, man, because it's almost like pre-code horror, in my opinion, where it's like the prices are still in the relevant sphere, and then all of a sudden it's going to go nuclear, and like you're going to kick yourself because you didn't. We'll all talk about like, oh, we could have got it for $300. Now it's $1,000. You know,
dude. I just think if all these Spider-Man collectors get it, man, it's going to go crazy.
Yep.
So, I just want to thank Tim, Matt, and Robert for joining us last week one more time. So,
it was cool. I watched some of it. It was cool. We can talk about HeroesCon now. So that's where we were kind of.
Yes, I want to hear about HeroesCon.
Myself and Scotty were not on the podcast because we were dead tired from working HeroesCon last weekend, I believe. Right, boys? It was last weekend.
Yes.
So you mean you weren't still out partying?
Well, the boys might have been. I was not. So I was lame, and I had to be responsible and like take care of the booth. So what happened was it was in Charlotte Thursday. I kind of went down Wednesday night at like, and Stein's gonna love me for these stories. So I went down Wednesday night, and I was like, I'm just gonna drive through Wednesday night, and I'll see you when I get there. I stopped in Worthington, Ohio. I took the down to Columbus route, Stein, through the West Virginia mountains.
Okay.
So I stopped in Worthington about midnight. I said, I just need to, because I played hockey. I played 2 games of hockey, and I was like, I'm just exhausted. I just need to like sleep for like 5 hours. So I stayed in this shady Motel 6 in Worthington, Ohio for like 5 hours. Get up and go on my way to West Virginia and North Carolina. I had a little bit of rain, so the missus pulled over because she was freaked out. So I started driving, and all of a sudden it cleared up. So that was kind of a good thing. We got to Charlotte at 4 or 5 o'clock. So I set up. I met the guys. I was actually the last one there, besides Sean, because Sean actually flew in on Friday. We got there. We set up. We met Sleepy, or John, at the Airbnb we stayed at, which was kind of nice. The only thing that was really a pain in the butt about that was there's only one key fob. So like when you had to like go somewhere, you never could go alone because you'd had the key fob, so nobody else could go anywhere. So that was kind of a pain. So we get there Thursday. We set up. By far the best setup ever because Indy was like, Indy has that parking lot sign and you just kind of pull up and you just, and it's a cluster.
Yeah.
This one, it's like under I'm from Detroit, so people from Detroit will know Cobo Hall. So it's like a hall, and what you can do is you can go underneath into like where the players would go into, like a tunnel like that. And then it had like 7 or 8 gates where you could just pull up and just park and then get all your stuff out there, like underneath the whole convention. So I thought that was cool. It was like a big structure. So it was easy to unload and load. Philip Chung showed up on Friday with our 20 long boxes. So I appreciate Phil for hooking us up on those. Well, it was 18, but whatever. 18 long boxes, $1 book. So that really helped us out tremendously.
I told him he could have fit those other 2 in there if he put them on the side.
Oh, he could have. No, he couldn't. No. They worked out really well. It kept a lot of people at the booth. We made our money back on those, so I was pretty happy about that. Setting up the wall was really easy this year. I kind of compacted it so it's a lot more streamlined. We did break a slab again. What I'm gonna do next year is I'm just gonna buy the closet organizer with a longer end. Because mine's like a short one. So it kind of fits it in perfectly, but if you're not paying attention, it can slip. So Scotty broke his Edge of Spider-Verse 2 like first print regular cover. So, but somebody bought it for like face value. He goes, "Don't worry, man." He goes, "I got a stack of slabs that are broken. I got to send in anyways." So that was pretty nice. He didn't have to lose any money on that. What else happened? I met DeMeo on Friday. He came through, him and his boys. I don't know if everybody's seen it yet. I did an interview with the guys. It came out really good. Honestly, it was a good show. It was massive. There was no celebrities. There was a lot of creators, a lot of people seeking autographs from creators. I'll tell a couple of cool creator stories, I guess. But Friday was a little slow. Saturday was it was okay. It was kind of busy, but kind of slow. Sunday was the big day, which is kind of weird in most cons, right? Usually Sunday's like the blowout day, but Sunday was our busiest day for sure. Let's see what else. Anybody else got questions I'm rambling on?
Joe wanted to know the finances. How much you guys bring home?
Oh, what do we bring home?
Did you do well? Or I guess, another way to ask, will you go next year to sell?
That depends, kind of. I mean, we did good. There was a lot of high rollers there, which was nice, and we sold like some big books, obviously. And I'll tell what I sold. I don't want to kind of throw out too many people's stuff. But I sold my Sinkovich Moon Knight. I sold my Incredible Hulk 181. I sold.
What grades?
My Sinkovich was a 9.8. I sold my Incredible Hulk 3.5. I sold my House of Secrets 92. That was like a 2.0. It was like really low grade. I sold both my New Mutants 98s at 9.4 CGC. So I was pretty pumped about that.
Were you thinking about cracking one of those?
Yeah, I kind of looked at it later and I was like, I don't think I could do anything, honestly. I don't think I could have done anything. I mean, I might have took a chance, but it might have been like a Baltimore on-site thing or something like that. I mean, I would have held it for a while, I think. What else did I sell? I sold my Edge of Spider-Verse 2 first print.
Did you say you sold your Sankovic and a Hulk 181?
Yeah. Yep.
Did you say how much you sold them for?
You want me to?
Yeah, I want to hear.
So I sold all these books on Sunday pretty much. So my Sinkovich I sold for 1050.
Say that again.
So $1,050. So I mean, that's what GPA is, honestly. And if I threw it on eBay, right, and I sold it for $1,050, you'd have to take fees out, right? So I kind of maximize my profit there.
Yeah.
My Hawk 181 I sold for I gotta remember. I sold it for like 1,500, I think.
And
So
that was raw?
No, that was graded, 3.5 graded. So 1,500. That's still GPA. And I bagged that in when my House of Secrets 92. I sold it for $200, but I paid off my 181, 180, and I bought a 180, 181, and 182 way back in the day. And basically that 181 was free after I sold the other two books. I sold my New Mutants 98.94. One was newsstand. I sold for like 3.25. The other one wasn't. I sold for $290 or something like that. I sold my Edge of Spider-Verse 2 first print for I think $350. I think $350 or $375 or something like that.
Raw?
Graded? No, not ain't graded.
Are they going for that low now? I thought they were up to 5.
Yeah, I think they were up to 5. I don't know. They were all over the place. I think they were like 374, 4.25. I think they were like something like that. So I mean, I wasn't whatever. I had to break the ice.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. Nobody didn't sell it. It was sexy. Whoever. Oh, Nick talked about that Phantom Lady. Yeah. So we had 2 Phantom Lady 15s, right? That's the Baker cover. Tony had a 3.5 and a 4, I think. We're the only booth who had a Chambers of Chills 19 and a Tomb of Terror 15.
No, were those just wall art, or did you plan on selling them? Did they somebody's plan on selling them?
Yeah, it was Tony. He had them up there. They were graded. They were all graded. Nope. A lot of lookers, man. A lot of people want to take pictures, but nobody had any serious offers, which I thought was amazing. When I go back, I don't know. I'm on the fence. I just think the drive's a lot. It's really long, at least for me, and I got to go through the mountains. And I mean, it's not like that's a big of a thing. When I go back, I don't know. It's tough. I think Paul remembers this dude. Remember the big print guy from Toledo? We got stuck behind that dude. So I don't know. I saw Suspense 11 there though. It was a 0.5 though. And he wanted like way too much money. I saw some big boy books, man. Like Tony killed it in going out and buying books when he was looking around the con. He found a lot of good Golden Age covers for cheap.
Maybe we should get him on here for some pickups.
We could. That's easy.
Now that all that snow is melted, maybe he has some signal.
Yeah, I know, right? The coolest thing I saw was Clayton Crane. Some guy had a book. He did each letter in a different color. So he like rainbowed it. His signature. Then I saw him do that same thing across 6 books. Like he elongated his signature along 6 books. It was crazy. In different colors. He had to practice it out, I guess. I mean, obviously you're only used to doing like this big, right? So he had to do six books. And yeah. And Crane does have a nice sick voice. What else is happening as I go through? Charlotte was cool. I've never been there. It was a great experience. We birded, like we had little scooters and we scooted it around the whole time, which I thought was cool. You could die very easily. I know why kids die, because they go like 25 miles an hour and like you're just zooming through traffic and like in
the city, you mean?
Yeah, in the city. Like our Airbnb was like a mile away. So we just like, it was like $5 to rent a scooter to go back and forth. So it was worth it. It's rather than calling an Uber or waiting for an Uber and doing all that stuff. Lay got there Friday, so that was cool. He brought some books on the plane. What else happened? We met Rocket Comics there. The guys from Rocket Comics. If you follow those guys on Instagram, they do pressing and they do other things. They sell books. They were really nice guys. Who else did we meet? We met some CBSI folks there. Like Nick L was there. A bunch of other people were there. DeMeo. All the boys who stood up. I think his brother was there. He's doing some filming work. Andy was there. We met Andy for the first time. I met Andy. He does the Indie Spotlight series, I believe, right, Stein? Stein knows all this.
Yeah, he does.
And then I did Mike Morello was there. So we got a chance to meet Mike too. I'm trying to remember who else was all there. And then Greg, he used to be on the old G Plus page. We were talking about that, how it morphed in from G Plus to Facebook. We had a good time down memory lane there for a little bit. What else happened? The con was big, man. It was probably as big as Indie Stein and Paul, but just all comics. There was no celebrities or anything like that.
Still have cosplayers?
Honestly, I can't even remember. There was a few cosplayers, man. There wasn't that many cosplayers, honestly.
It's easy to miss them when you're selling because.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, honestly, I didn't see that. I mean, I saw some cool cosplays, but I didn't see it wasn't. I don't even think they had a cosplay area. I mean, they probably had a competition, but I mean, it was just very small scale, nothing massive. They had their own dedicated area,
That's all Paul's really concerned. He just wanted to chase him into the bathroom and
pictures. It's weird.
then take pictures of him.
Nick said there's fewer cosplayers than C2E2 by far that he felt. Dollar books sold a lot. They sold really well. I'm just thinking about everything else that happened there.
How many of those? So how many of the 18s did you sell? 18 longs.
7.
Nice.
7, 8.
Did you bring the other ones back or just give them away?
No, we turned and burned them. We didn't have enough room. I didn't have enough room. Scotty for sure didn't have enough room. They would be good books if we had room, but we didn't have room. So
you wholesale them back?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean,
that's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. What else? CBCS was there. CGC was there. They had an original art auction. They had some kind of art auction. I didn't get a chance to look at anything, but I mean, I don't know if prices were crazy. A lot of people were walking around. I was like, I don't have a lot of time to be looking at auctions and stuff like that. I really didn't have a good. I looked around some people's stuff. They had good books. I mean, I bought some horror books for my girl, like Friday the 13th stuff. Michael Myers stuff. Figure out what else happened. Scott hit the hammer with his art purchase that I'll leave for next week so he can show it off.
Yes, that was amazing.
I think that's it. Oh, we did some trading, horse trading. I did see some dude came up to me and he said, "Hey, do you do trades?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do trades. It depends what you got, right? Everybody, it always depends what you have." So this guy pulls out a CBSI or CBCS art label, and on the art label, guess what it is, boys? A Steve Ditko Spider-Man pencil, and signed by Ditko.
Wow.
I mean, what do you? I mean,
yeah. What kind of price? How do you even find a price on that?
So
you can't. I don't think
he told me 60,000. I mean, he said Heritage was kind of sketchy on it. I don't know what that all meant. So
maybe they wanted their percentage was too high.
Well, I mean, I don't know if maybe validity too. I mean, I'm not discounting CBCS by any stretch of the imagination. I'm sure Steve did his homework when he got that in. So
take it all stars.
Yeah, I know, right? Can get you $5 for it.
Yeah.
So who else? A lot of people had a bunch of stuff to trade. We didn't. I mean, it's just stuff you see all the time that wasn't worth it. We did pick up. We traded some books, and I didn't even bring them downstairs. A bunch of Copper Age 9/8s, but nothing crazy expensive. So, what else happened?
That's interesting when you talk about that Ditko and how he just came out with some random price or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's. I mean, I would tend to think that if I really knew what the value, I mean, if he really knew what the value was, yes, he should have he should have sent it to Heritage, because Heritage takes their 20%. They charge that to the buyer. So,
but I think he said Heritage had a problem with it. I don't know. I think they wanted some kind of backstory to it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they may have, but I mean, I'm sure Comic Link would have taken it.
Yeah.
So when he throws out a $60,000 price tag, I mean, and he's trying to just trade it, it sounds like he doesn't have what it's worth either, or it's worth not even a fraction of that, and he's just trying to get something that with a known value for something with an unknown value, and trying to come out way ahead on the deal.
Yeah.
Is what it sounds like to me. But because if I had something like that, that's exactly, I would send it. There was no way I would try and move it to a dealer or anything like that. I would send it to one of those major auction houses.
One of the cooler interactions, this guy comes up to me, and he's like this long-haired, like Southern guy. He looks like comes right out of Leonard Skinner, right? And he comes up to me and he goes, "Hey man, you guys know any guys with some big books?" And he looks at our wall, and he's like really happy with our wall, and he just like gets to know me. I'm like, I don't even know who this guy is, right? So he goes, "I got some good." Oh, Heritage offered him 60 for a lot. It was a Spider-Head sketch and SIG and a 2-page note offering advice how to get into comics. That's what it was. And Tony's on the chat. So.
And he wanted how much?
60,000.
And they offered him 60.
Yeah, I don't know. He didn't take it. I don't know. I'm like, whatever. That
sounds fishy.
Yeah, I don't know. But so this long-haired Southern guy comes in. He goes, "Hey, you know anybody with some big boy comics?" I'm like, "Well, how big boy are you talking? Like $1,000, 500?" He goes, "No, like 15,000." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's not me." So I took him down to New Force, because New Force is probably the biggest guy out there, right, Stein? I mean, they got like Bedrock, New Force. He wasn't selling. He's a Ditko collector. Okay, so Heritage offered him 60, and he passed on it, I guess.
But I thought he was trying to trade it to you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he was trying to do. I think he was hoping that I would give him some kind of crazy book, but I don't know. Anyways, going after that. So this guy comes up to me, and he says, he's like, "Do you have any big books?" I'm like, I mean, I have like big books like here and there, but I don't have like big books. So he goes, he opens up his briefcase after we go down to New Force. He's like, "Nah." He goes, "I'll come back. Let me look around. I'll come back and I'll show you what I got in my bag." So he had this big duffel bag, right? So he pulls out an X-Men #1, 6.5 CGC signed by Stan Lee. And so he pulls that out with a bunch of other slabs, like just like Defenders 194. I mean, nothing too crazy. He had a Submariner like 80 for like 700. So he's like, "Are you interested in it?" I said, "No, but I know a guy behind me that it's that dude at Indy Stein who comes every year with like the Bible full of cash."
Oh yeah. So
he's there. He's like 2 booths behind me. He's selling books. And I'm like, I know the guy. So I go over there, and so I walk over there. He buys that whole lot of all those slabs for like $16,500, like right on the button. And so I made like $200 or $300 on that deal for just setting those 2 up, which I thought was really cool of the guy. He could have just said, "Go screw yourself," but he was a really nice guy about it. So he's like really happy doing horse shit, and he has some money in his bag, and I won't get in all that. But he comes back and he comes through. He goes, "Hey, Dino," the next day he goes, "Look what I bought." And I'm like, I can't wait. So I open it up. What do you guys think he bought? This guy's got money, right? He just got $16,000. He brings an X-Men 1 CGC 8.0. He bought that there for like 25 large, 25,000.
Jeez.
So I start talking to the guy because obviously he's a great dude, and we exchange info. And he's been a collector his whole life. He sold his first X-Men 1 for $40 back in like 1972 for a date night. Right? He goes, "I've been great. I've been doing this since, you guys were like little babies," right? And the guy was really cool. He knew a lot of stuff. He goes, he talks about how CGC is like inconsistent. He only buys graded books. He only buys 80s and above. So like X-Men 1 through the whole run, 80 and above. Amazing Spider-Man 1, 80 and above. All these big boy books, man. I mean, So basically, he got obviously pretty wealthy. So that's what he does now. He tries to chase all these books, and that's what he does, which I thought was pretty cool. And the guy was the nicest guy on the planet too. He wasn't stuck up or anything.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool, but it's kind of freaky seeing guys with that amount of money just walk around. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. Be nice to be able to do that.
I know, right? So we got done on Sunday. Leg left early. Tony left early, which was cool. So me and Scotty kind of just shut the show down. It ended at 6 on Sunday. So we got packed up. Thank God I had the girlfriend with me because the line was insane to try to load out, and she got the car for us. And we got out of there by 7, and we started making our way home. So, as Stein knows, I'm going back to the mountains of West Virginia, and it's midnight roughly, and it starts to downpour, Stein. Like downpour where I can't see anything. Yeah, dude. And it's like no lights. It's in the mountains, and I'm getting blinded by the cars going the opposite direction. I got semis going on the side of me. It's crazy. So I kind of white knuckle it to Charleston for like 40 minutes, which wasn't that bad. I stopped in like some shady gas station before that just to refill on gas. And like my card wasn't working. And I'm like, oh God, they declined my card, right? I'm like, this isn't good. So I went out, I had cash on me, obviously. So I just paid them in cash. But some other kids came by, and it's like one little light city wherever I stopped in. I don't even know the city because it just said lodging, and there was no lodging. So I just left. But their card got declined too, so I was kind of thankful for that. But
it sounds like Deliverance.
Oh my God, it was just like that. It was like the gas station with the blinking light, and it was like bang, bang. I'm like, oh my God, I hope I don't get murdered. Then, so I go to Charleston, and I'm trying to find hotel rooms, right? So my girlfriend gets on online. She sings this Holiday Inn for $80. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. So I get there, and I don't want to book it online because if you book it today, it's for today, and they check in at 3 o'clock, and it's like midnight, so I'm not going to wait till 3 o'clock in the afternoon to go to sleep. So I go in the front desk, and I said, hey, I'm looking for a room. They say it's $270 a night, Stein, in Charleston, West Virginia. I'm like, it's Charleston, West Virginia. What is going on? So I find this micro hotel inn down the street, and it was really nice, actually. I was surprised. It was $80, and he's like, hey, you better come here quick because I have one room left. I'm like, first of all, it's Charleston, West Virginia. What's going on? I still haven't figured it out. So we luckily get the last room there, and I'm so stoked. So we get up the next morning. We find out, Stein, you'll love this. There's a soccer tournament, the world's biggest soccer tournament for kids there.
Oh,
everybody is like staying there for the soccer tournament. So, yeah. So we got home late Monday night, Tuesday morning. So that's our Heroes Con kind of trip. And so yeah, I mean we made decent money. It was nice. It was cool. It was definitely better than Indianapolis by any stretch of the imagination. It just I don't know. We're gonna have to sit down and talk about what we do next. I mean, do we do Steel City Con? Do we do other things? I don't know yet.
Are you guys gonna start trying to do more shows?
I talked to Scotty about it. It's tough for us. We got to shut the store down for like 2 or 3 weeks to get everything. Yes, driving through the hills of West Virginia is a nightmare. I agree. It's just trying to. We all got to take off work. This isn't our real life. Obviously, we all have jobs. That's the first part. B, it's just takes a lot of time to reconcile inventory. Like our eBay store is diving up. Our website's still down because we're still reconciling inventory and doing all that stuff and just talking about things. I mean, if we got good at it, we probably could only get a week down, but it's just a lot of work. Everybody gets tired. You're on your feet, the whole weekend, and you're going back to work and catching up on work and stuff like that. So.
Hey, but who did tell you to not go through West Virginia and go through Cincinnati?
I know. I should have just. What's funny? I thought about doing it as I was riding, and it was like an extra 2 or 3 hours, which wouldn't be that bad. But I thought about stopping at one shop on the way back, but I was like, I don't know. So I just wanted to get home at some point. I was like, I'm just tired.
You should have came through here. It would have been a much easier drive for you.
Yeah, I know.
I got Zafira joined me, so she's gonna. You want to go first? What do you want to tell everybody? Hey, you got to speak up though.
We'll show them my bag.
We'll show your bag. That's what they see. Got a cool. Was that a mermaid?
I don't know.
We'll call it a mermaid bag. And then you had some stories to tell.
Yeah.
Pretty bag.
I'm not gonna tell them right now.
You're not gonna tell a story right now. You've been waiting for 10 minutes.
Toys.
All right.
I have this beautiful hairbrush on there.
You got some pickups. What's in the bag?
Okay. Cutest one first or no?
Yeah, let's see the cutest one first.
You might find it. Where is it? Let me take these out. There it is.
I'm still just trying to figure out how Paul was able to reproduce a cute kid.
I know a puppy.
Oh, a puppy from Shopkins?
No,
Yeah, I thought it was a Shopkins puppy.
it was not.
Or Petco or something? I don't know. All right.
It's an old puppy I got for Christmas, I think.
What else you got? Because you got to tell the others 2 stories too. What's this?
My little unicorn.
The unicorn? You gotta look. Gotta show it up.
Little horse.
That's cool.
Changes. Cool.
I got it for my birthday. My little tiny half birthday was a unicorn. It was a unicorn party. Then we had my giant mermaid party. That was so
Oh, yeah, all the birthday parties. What's this guy?
This is my little Hatchmo squishy.
Hatchimal Squishy. Was that a birthday present too?
No.
No. She told you to just deny your story now.
All right, here's your last one. This one's specially for Dino.
Oh,
What is it?
oh, it's a cat.
She saw your cats in the background.
Oh man, I don't
It's all
know.
free.
Oh, you see
All
what
right.
I picked up, Z? Oh, let's see. I got a big bean bag now. Look at this thing. Thing's
Oh, yeah.
massive.
Here's big beanbag Dino got.
God.
Thing's
So
massive.
silly.
All right, tell the real loud.
Ready for the story?
I did like the story.
Let's hear it. Let's hear the story.
Okay. So, when I was going in the kitchen, I saw a rat
Uh-oh.
on the stove.
Yeah, we got a mouse in the kitchen. And then what happened? This is a mommy's problem, not a Paul's problem.
So then we found some candy wrappers that Mouse ate behind the, oh my gosh, I forgot what it was.
The microwave?
The microwave. Candy wrappers.
He's stealing your candy?
So
Yeah.
you know what you need to do now? You need to tell Dad how do you get rid of mice? You buy cats.
Yeah, we have
We
some
already
cats.
have 2 cats.
Well, you got to get new ones that know how to hunt mice.
What
I
happened?
almost picked up
We
another
do
cat.
something all the time in the night.
Hey,
So how do-
hey, just know that if you have mice behind the microwave, they also like to get underneath little girls' pillows.
Uh-oh.
Just so you know.
So what else happened with the mouse? We saw him, and we got, what did we get from Uncle Doug?
A mouse trap. And then we set it. And then we got him. Then my mom showed us him. And, well, he ran away. And he got back to his home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My wife wanted to show the mouse to Z, or Z wanted to see him. So she put the mouse in a cat carrier because she didn't have anything else. And it squeezed right through the bars, of course. And then where did it run?
Behind the fridge.
Behind the fridge, all in a matter of a couple hours. So
Then here's the next story.
catch and release program here at the Wiederold house.
But first, we're going to do the tub part. And then we're going to see the comeback part. So then we went in the tub. Then we got out. And then I saw that the little cup of cheese that I gave the rat was gone.
So you ate the cheese?
You got to put peanut butter on it. That's what I do.
Yeah, they really like peanut butter. So are we gonna catch them again and then actually let them go?
And then I gave him a little medicine cup of water.
And he drank the water?
No, he didn't drink it yet. He didn't go down and see.
Yeah.
The medicine cup better get returned, or else we'll have to move, and then we'll see where it was.
Yeah, we're gonna move
took
so the mouse can have the house.
Yeah, he just lives there.
So this weekend, the Paul's problem is so I habitually cannot properly book hotel rooms.
But I need that last one.
Oh, what's your last story?
So I went to the beach and I found some like little branch of bamboo, tiny little part of bamboo.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. You brought it home?
Mm-hmm.
That's neat.
So you
And we got
you stole it.
From
The arcade. So anyway, I habitually I can't book hotel rooms properly. So Mary and I both booked this hotel room for the weekend, and I pulled up Expedia to get some like rebates, and blah blah blah, and it said they're full. But then on the resort, the like lodge website, they weren't full. So I'm like, all right, well, whatever. It's $10 Ebates. I'm gonna lose out on. I'll just book through their website. And all right, let me finish my story, and then I'll let you go. So we booked it, and we were debating, you want to go Friday night or Saturday night? I don't know. We're kind of hemming and hawing. So we finally booked it, and for Saturday night. And then so we get there late Saturday in the afternoon, go to the front desk and say my name, and they're like, "Oh, we can't find you." I'm like, "Oh, hold on." I pull up my phone, and yep, booked it for Friday into Saturday instead of Saturday, Sunday. So I'm like, oh, Jesus. I'm like, I do this every time. And it just apparently has to happen. But thank God. She's like, oh, let me go talk to the manager. And I was like, great, we're going to have to go home. Like this every time because they were full. So she talked to her manager, and they gave us the like, they usually keep one room on reserve for me apparently. But it was an upgrade to a suite. For free. So they didn't charge me the no-show fee. And this is our first time there. They didn't charge us the no-show fee, didn't charge us an upcharge fee for the room. And so really nice. We've actually been looking for a new family spot. So it all worked out. Like 30 minutes from home. But did you have fun this weekend?
Uh-huh.
Was that your other story about what you did this weekend?
No. Like one more. So
You got to talk into the speaker. They can hear you.
So we had two balconies.
I mean, 2 balconies in the suite.
And there are 4 pools.
And
including 2 hot tubs.
pretty cool, huh?
And it was right by the beach.
Plus the beach.
And we found some tiny shells.
Shells, you had fun?
Mm-hmm.
All right, sounds good. You gonna say bye? Yeah, I can see your hair right there. And Z got a haircut tonight too.
My mom trimmed my hair in the tub. See, I'm wearing a JoJo bow that my friend gave me.
Very cool. So the mouse didn't come and gnaw your hair off?
No.
That was mom?
It might tonight.
Yeah, you never know.
Better tell mom to leave your hair clippings so we can make a nest with that instead of coming to get more. All right.
You know what you need? You need to have turtles. You need to go buy a turtle.
It's true. You know that Sylvester Stallone still has the turtles from Rocky?
Does he?
Yeah, he still does.
They last forever. They live forever, man.
I know. So that was our good weekend. We had a great time. I'm really thankful it worked out. I knew what happened as soon as she said, "I can't find your name."
Oh man.
So that luckily worked out.
Oh, Paul.
I know.
We're having good chat in here. I just want to kind of update people, so if people don't know what's going on. For Heroes, a lot of people ask for Golden Age stuff. A lot of Golden Age Stein, huge.
Yeah, I would love to go. Maybe I'll try and go next year.
Yeah.
I need to hit more shows. I just don't get to many shows.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean that's me too. I'm gonna go to Cleveland. You want to come to Cleveland with us?
when are you going?
I know it's September sometime.
Well, I just landed or start a new job next week, so maybe we'll see how that goes. I know we have an office in Cleveland.
It's September 7th and 8th, I think.
I actually have to go up to Cleveland for my first day, so
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe that'd be nice. I just like going to shows. I tend to find what I'm looking for.
This one's not that big. It's like a 2-day show. It's like $100 a table. It's not like a big con.
Oh, that doesn't matter. I can.
Yeah.
Honestly, I probably for what I'm looking for, it's probably those kind of shows probably are better.
Yeah.
I mean, like I don't think I'd ever want to like set up at C2E2 or something like that. It's just so big that, and the cost is so high that I think you just got to sell so much volume.
Well, that's what people were asking us too. They're like, "What other cons you do?" I'm like, "We only do one con a year." I mean, like New York would be ridiculous. Like, "Oh, everybody's like, you should go out to New York with us. And you should do that." I'm like, I'm good.
You know, you still got me presenting to everybody.
All right. I mean, I just can't. You got the kid, man.
That's true. All right. She said goodbye. See you all next time.
She said like and subscribe, so make sure you do that.
That's true.
Yeah, Tony said he saw 3 or 4 Crime Suspense 22s there.
That's what I was going to ask next. Yeah, what were some of the stuff that you don't see very often?
You know what's funny about that book? I mean, I would love to have that book, but
I missed one.
But I mean, you see, it is one that you can find.
Yeah, it's not a
like some of these other ones. They just don't exist. I mean, like you just can't even remotely find them. I think those are for some reason I'm more drawn to those. I think it's like even in the newer ones, some of the variants and stuff that I end up liking and wanting to buy are just ones that they may not be worth very much, but nobody would have them.
Nick said there's a selection of DC Golden Age minor keys that were super nice. DC Golden Age superhero books. So.
I think DC stuff is, especially the Golden Age.
Yeah.
The Golden Age and the Bronze Age horror is severely ready for
a correction or
ready to boom. I think those are 2 areas that I think are primed.
Yeah. No, they had some they definitely had big boy books there. It was kind of nice to see. Like it was at least our wall was a very gamut of high price books and low price books, like low price raws and pretty high price theoretically slabs. But I mean, I sold one of the new plastic boxes of slabs. I sold a whole box worth. So I mean, that was what 26 slabs.
Oh, you guys got good books.
Yeah, thanks. A lot of people said that too. Not to toot our own horn, but a lot of people were like, "Oh, you guys have great books." So I mean, it's kind of nice that all the work we put in, we get some recognition that we do things decently, and we work with everybody, so that was kind of cool. So, but
how did the swag sale go?
Oh, we sold a lot. I met Reed. You guys remember Reed Sturtovich or Sturvidit?
I remember that name.
Yeah, so we thought he was like some young guy. He was an older gentleman, so that was really cool. We met him. A lot of people bought a lot of swag. They like the G.I. Joe one. They sold the G.I. Joe one. If you give me like 5 minutes, I'll show you what it looked like so everybody can see it. I think maybe Scotty wore it last time. The G.I. Joe CBSI.
Is it on the website? Can you screen share the website?
Yeah, I can screen share the website. Let's see. Paul, you asked me to do a lot here, man. Okay.
Keep you on your toes.
I know.
I think it's probably the best 2 shirts that CBSI has put out have been the last 2 they put out, that G.I. Joe one and the Skeletor one.
Yeah. Here it is. So
yeah, CBSIswag.com.
Yep, CBSIswag.com. So it was actually this one with the old G.I. Joe style. So that was one that sold out a lot. And actually, I think Mike Morello, we go back on this handy dandy website. Mike Morello actually picked up this one, the Rock one.
Yeah, the CBGB one.
Yeah, CBGB one. So So a lot of people like that one. A lot of people like the GI Joe one. So that's the two that we had, and then we had the old ones, the old villains ones from back in the day that were just they're not even on the website anymore.
Discontinued.
Yeah, just kind of a couple of them that he kind of walking around and stuff like that. So, and he made this cool hat for us, and he made shirts and stuff like that. So now I got a hat. I can walk around, and I don't wear the Craigslist deals because people know who I be. So I go incognito.
Well, sometimes, man, those Craigslist deals they have the most sauce, right? And those garage sales, like you were showing.
I got so I met that dude up, and then he says he has like a crap ton of longs of DC stuff. I know he has a Teen Titans is it 12A Stein, the Batman Who Laughs, the #1, the green cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got one of those. I know that for sure. But we'll see how it all goes. That might be my new book. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have an excess amount of money right now, so I don't know what I'm really gonna spend it on or invest.
Well, I'll tell you what you can do. You can get crazy and get into the sports cards world. That's exactly what you can do, my friend.
Hey, you know what's funny? I was gonna hit you up.
Buy a Michael Jordan rookie.
Oh God, no. I'm gonna present on you, but I was gonna call you because I was in Target. I didn't know. Show me the boxes again for the Target.
Okay, so yeah.
I don't think they had any Bowmans. I think they had tops and stuff.
So the Bowmans are the ones that everybody's looking for. This is the exact one that everybody's looking for. These are the Bowman mega boxes, and you can see they're only $19.99. They're going for $35 to $40 on eBay.
Would you crack them or would you sell them?
What's that?
Would you open them up or would you sell them?
I'm going to get into this here in a second. You're going to love this. And that's why I said you can just throw that money into sports cards, because I feel like a kid again after buying this collection, man. I feel like a kid like in a candy store, man, because now I'm going searching for these things. And I showed you guys, I put a picture in one of our hangouts where I bought a bunch of them. And I remember, Ben, you had made the comment a couple shows ago about how you'd be sitting in the shop and you just have all these packs behind you ready to open.
Oh, yeah.
And it would just drive. And that's what happened. So I opened like 3 of the. So what I did is I got a new video I'm going to do I'm making a little video for one of the clips opening the wax stuff. I went over to my parents' house on Father's Day, and I sat down with my pops and busted out some, baseball card boxes to open. And we just started opening cards, and it was a fucking blast. And I videoed it, and that's what we opened. We opened the Bowmans. We didn't get anything good in the 2 that we opened, but we opened a couple more while I was there. And I didn't know what I was looking at in the Bowman because they're baseball. Here's the other one that they're selling. And to be honest, this one seems to be a better deal right now just because I don't know too much about what I'm about to talk about. Hopefully Ben can help me because I'm not a big new or baseball person. But you get in the Bowman Mega Box, you get 4 10-card packs and then 2 5-card packs with a special refractor you can only get in those boxes. And then with this little, it's not called a mega box. This is it's another $20 box. And this has got 6 packs of 12-card packs. And that's all.
Are they Target exclusives?
They're both Target exclusives. And here's the shitty thing. You can't see if they have them online because every one that I found in a Target says they have none online. They're stocked by a different vendor, and you can't even tell. Like, I found one of these in a store the other day, and I asked them to, do a scan of it and see if they have any more at any other stores. And they're like, we don't even show this being in the store. So I don't know how they do their sports card, but so what I did is I opened two of the mega boxes and one of the little black ones. I got another little of the black boxes to open, and I'm gonna do here in a second, but. I pulled some cards. I didn't realize who these guys were at first, but I did pull 3 autographs. I got and then so this is kind of cool. They have what is called a paper card, where it's just the normal card and it's got a autograph on a sticker. And then they have and I got 2 of those. And I don't know if these guys are that big of a deal. I don't think they are. Sterling Sharp of the Nats and Andrew Isler of the both of Washington. So, but they're both their first Bowman cards, which is cool. And then I got this. They're calling these the Chromes. So instead of selling just Bowman Chrome, I guess Ben, they put 2 in every pack, sometimes 3.
Yeah. It's like they make like a parallel of it. It's strange.
And so then they do the paper cards and the chromes, and I got a chrome autograph, the green refractor out of 99 of Taylor Widener, who's a Diamondback. So that's kind of cool. But then some of these guys, I just didn't know they were good, so I didn't realize it. I got 4 of the Wander Franco cards, 1 of the special refractors, and then 2 of the regular chromes, and then 2 of the papers. And I mean, they're, I don't know, probably $10 a pop, maybe, I guess. And then I got a couple of this Joey Bart kid out of San Francisco. He's supposed to be a stud. And then I got just a bunch of cool little parallels, like out of 150 parallels and stuff like that. And it just kind of just ignited this kid in a candy store thing with me.
I love it, man. That's awesome. I like that you videoed you and your dad opening. Too.
It's going to be a good video, and I'm looking forward to it. But while we were sitting here, I noticed this at a store the other day. These are the Upper Deck SP Authentic hockey cards, and these are my favorite. They were my favorite hockey cards for the longest time until what they just did this year, and I'll explain this to you. And I shouldn't be mad because I opened this during the show, and let me show you what I got out of this one box. It's 5 cards per pack and 8 packs per box, and this is $20. And back in the day, at least up until this year, SP Authentic, you would get 1 rookie auto per box, and then the regular rookies, you would get maybe 2 if you were lucky, and they were always numbered. Well, I go to open the first pack in this box, and I mean, it's a great pack. I get a Messier card, a parallel of Messier, my favorite all-time player. I get this Austin Matthews card. Anytime, you get the local product, I'm cool with that. And then I get a rookie in there. I get, this rookie, and I'm thinking, oh, score, a rookie. I open another pack, another rookie in there. And then I'm like, what the hell? So I look, and sure enough, they're doing rookies 1 per pack. And then they would have parallels of the rookies that are like the old rookies. So I kind of bummed me out, but then I opened the rest of the box, and the next pack, I got one of those rookie parallels. It's not autographed, but it's numbered to 1199. And this is that Henry Jokajaru kid out of Chicago, which is a cool parallel. And then in the pack following that, I get that same kid in the normal rookie base, but right behind him, I get a rookie authentics patch card.
Oh, nice. Sweet, dude.
Yuso Valimaki. And so that was great. And in that pack, I got a Connor McDavid's base card. But the craziest thing is in the final pack of the box, I'm going through them, and here's the regular base rookie you get in the packs. But right behind it, and this is Sam Steele. I think he's a defenseman. Is he a defenseman or forward? He's a center in Anaheim. So here's his base rookie. Right behind the Sam Steele base rookie, the Sam Steele base rookie auto.
Oh, wow.
So I pulled a patch, an auto, and a numbered rookie all in one little blaster box. And that's the type of stuff that just reels you back in when you enjoy stuff like that. So I'm going to continue to open up these next 2 boxes, but the last thing I want to get at is out of that collection that I got, and I kind of showed these on the chat. I've just been going through this collection, and I hit a little pocket. I started going through some 1980 and 81 baseball, and I found a bunch of Fernando Valenzuela and Mike Scioscia rookies, like 5 or 6 of those. A bunch of Rock Reigns rookies, like 5 or 6 of those. My favorite player, Rusty Kuntz rookie. I found a couple of those. I found 4 or 5 of the Kirk Gibson rookies, 4 or 5 of the Harold Baines rookies. And we got a Ricky Henderson second year. And then I got to the little pocket of 82 I found 2 more Cal Ripken rookies. Kent Herbeck rookies. Is that how you say his last name? I remember him back in the 90s when the Minnesota won that World Series that year. He was a beast. And then here's another one. I pulled a Sandberg rookie, but then I hit a pocket of 1980 baseball, and I got a nice Nolan Ryan 1980. Very few Nolan Ryans I'm getting in this collection. But then I hit, to me, what was the big dogs, and that was the 3 Ricky Henderson rookies. So that's like just gasoline,
How many did you open to get?
These were all out of that collection of 10,000 cards that I got, that I talked about a couple shows ago, and I just finished going through it, and there really wasn't much craziness about it at first until every once in a while you'll hit a pocket and it'll just be a ton of cards, in a row type thing. So real quick, I'm just going to open up a couple packs out of one of these Bowman Blaster boxes. And this is just the little black ones. And I'll show you guys kind of what I mean by how the cards are in the packs. When you open them up, you usually get just a stack of the paper cards that I call them. And then every once in a while you'll go through and you'll hit a pocket of the chrome cards. And, you'll also get your hits in the middle of those 2 chrome cards. And there's the 2 chrome cards per pack. So I've kind of cheated myself after getting lucky and getting a couple autographs. I'll just, go right to the dessert and look for the hits. And I don't get to see most of the normal cards in there. So here we go. So this is kind of a bummer, but it's not. It's really not. Topps. I don't know if does any other collection do it other than Topps. Upper Deck maybe does it. The redemption cards, Ben.
I don't know. There's probably some redemption still out there.
Okay, so here you go. Here's a redemption card, guys. And it says congratulations on there. And there you go. I'll just let you guys see who it is.
Oh, Guerrero.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
You are due to receive a Chrome Prospect autograph green refractor parallel of Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Oh, that's got to be really good.
So you just send that in?
Work? Yeah, how does it work?
You just send it. Back in the day, you would send it in, but with the internet, I imagine it's got a little thing you scratch off.
Oh, you just put it in like Topps website or whatever, and you claim it that way?
Exactly. And then you can keep or you can actually send it in. You can send it in.
Yeah.
You said it's a green refractor?
Green refractor parallel.
So number refractor auto?
Yeah. Numbered to 99. So there we go. I don't know. Maybe I need to start. The first couple times we were opening up packs on the show, we didn't do very well. But the past, couple shows, I've opened up some stuff and got some pretty decent hits. So
that card alone that you have in your hand, they have on eBay right now for $424.
Wow. So
just so you know,
I mean, this is the type of stuff. This is why we love comics. This is why we love doing this stuff. It's like gambling for, when we were kids. It was like gambling for when we were kids. Right here, you spend $20 on a Bowman Blaster box, and I haven't spent 20. I've probably spent 100.
Yeah, but, dude, that's like $300 right there.
Yeah, here's a redemption that sold a few days ago for $255.
Yeah.
Wow. And I still got 4 packs left to go in the box.
And I think is this the green one? Was it $169 probably, $180 probably, right? I don't know.
I mean, that's the weird thing is because you you see that and you're like, oh, he's a rookie this year, but he had a 2016.
He did. He had a 2015 too. Bowman draft.
Yeah, so I wouldn't scratch that off there, big boy. I would just, just let that one roll for a little bit. And
see, I mean, if he's still, I don't know, is he playing well, Ben?
Guerrero, yeah, he's picked it up. I think he started slow.
Joe says he'd give you $200 for it now.
I think that the Wander Franco kid, everybody's going crazy for. Is he even playing in the bigs yet?
I don't know. I know that one cat from the Met. Is it the Mets?
Yeah, that broke the strawberry record.
Yeah, that dude's hitting home runs like crazy.
What's the guy's name?
Peter Alonso or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason I know is because I saw the little thing about Darryl Strawberry, him breaking the strawberry record.
Dude, there's a 2019 Top Series 2 Peter Alonso RC rookie, $750 right now. Jesus.
Oh, card. I mean, I'm telling you, the card things, if you have the right one at the right time, it can blow up like insane.
This one, I don't even know if that's even right. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it says here that Joe saying Wander's only 19 years old.
Yeah. This is insane. I can't do it because I don't know about centering, and I got jaded, man, when I was in the 90s because I started like in the 90s. And
well, with these you don't have to worry a lot about centering. The only thing with these is that you have to worry more about corner wear, and you get a lot of that with especially on the backs.
Mm-hmm.
You get a lot of that with the different colors, and you get little like flips on the material that they use for the chrome. So you really got to worry about corner wear, and the most that I'm seeing, Ben, is scratches. I mean, you can get some really nasty scratches on these guys.
Yeah, I know it used to be a problem. Scratches, especially on some of the refractors and stuff like that. Scratches were pretty bad.
So, and this is the Bowman Mega Box, and this is, I'll just open the 2 special packs. These come with 2 special packs of special refractors.
Do they look different from everything else?
Yeah, they do. So here's the regular packs that I was just opening, and the Bowman, and the Mega Boxes come with 4 of them, and then they come with these 2 5 exclusive chrome cards out of the Bowman Mega Boxes, and they're a certain type of refractor that background, the fractal refractor mirror background is you can only get in these packs. So and they're all chrome cards, so usually you're going to get either a first-year Bowman or a chrome prospect. So here's a first-year Bowman, and you can you kind of see the background there?
Yeah, it's all like, yeah.
It's really cool. I mean, they can get a little crazy. They can go camo backgrounds and rainbow and that. Well, as a matter of fact, people try to build, they call it like building the rainbow, where they try to get all the refractors, but some of them are one of ones, like super refractors and stuff. So, nobody crazy out of here that I can tell. And then here's the last one. It's kind of cool that they're making these little blaster boxes at the retail stores worth buying, because for the longest time they weren't, because you just couldn't get the hits in them. Oh, here we go. From what I hear, this kid is supposed to be a really good prospect. His name's Victor Mesa Jr. for the Marlins. And that's a cool little card.
Do people press cards?
They don't, but I was wondering about that, because I'm running into that problem with this collection that I got. And by that, I can show you right here. What this guy did with this collection is these were all, I can tell right now what they were. They were all unopened boxes. You can see them behind me, kind of right where my hand is there. Those are all the unopened. Those are actually the boxes that the packs came in, and that's what most of this collection came in, like 99% of it. And what this guy did is he bought all these boxes unopened at a garage sale, and then took them home, opened them, and literally didn't even. He just opened up the packs, pulled out the guys he was looking for. So like, for instance, I don't come across very many Nolan Ryans.
Yeah.
And I don't come.
names.
Yeah, I don't come across very many Joe Montanas. Other cards I'll come across. And here's the bummer. Sometimes the cards that he liked, he would put aside and put a rubber band around them. And then everything else, he would just leave them. He would just throw the pack away. And even like the little stickers that came in the middle, you could tell the pack order, everything. He would just put it right back in the box. Those are all pristine. But the ones that he put rubber bands around, he left behind and like outside. And you can see, like, here's a 1980 Robin Yount card. And you can see how just, it's just, you can see where the rubber band was around it. And if the rubber band part that you can kind of see right there where it crinkles it, if that wasn't there, and I was wondering if you could kind of, just the bowing. You could
the bowing.
Yeah. But unfortunately, a lot of these cards had, a lot of the all-stars, like here's a stack of Carl Yastrzemski 1980 tops, and they were all part of the rubber band cards. Yeah. And literally, I'll come across these, and some of the rubber band will still be stuck to him because he left them out in the garage in the summers in Arizona for years.
And the rubber band is dried out.
Yeah, those ones were outside of the box and probably on the top, but everything else is beautiful.
I don't see why you couldn't press them. Ben, you ever heard of pressing? I think I asked you a while ago.
No, who knows now what people might try and do, but I know before. I will tell you that now there was recently a little PSA scandal.
Yep.
With some trimming, but that they either apparently missed, but for the most part, you can't. It's not like cardboard is not like paper. It's kind of like when we have a comic that's square bound or something like that, or heavy card stock, and Sean's like, you can't press those. Cards are kind of the same way. They're much thicker papers, so they don't really press. And it's most of the time your issues are it's little color breaks on the corners anyway. So you can't press it's not something you could press. You can't press out centering. You can't make it more centered.
Yeah. It's funny you say that because this is another example of back in the day, these cards were thought to be nothing more than just something kids would buy at, the quarter counter or something, because the machines they were using and the overseers of those machines weren't too great. I mean, look at that. You could even see the printer mark.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite ones is this card. I pulled out a bunch of cards of just funny stuff that I found that I'll be, showing along the way. But here's a 1983 Topps card. It's basically 2 cards.
Yeah, I've seen some where you actually get an entire half of a card and another half of a different card.
Yeah, and some of the stuff from back in the day is just, it's really funny to see these guys on these old cards that are, these are 50 years, some of these are close to 50 years old. And you just see some really funny stuff, and you see some guys who you never thought were young that look like they're, kids. But this was a funny card that I pulled out. I love this guy's name, Biff Poco Roba. There's Biff for you. But there's just and here's some stuff that I never knew that George Brett had a brother that played with him.
Kim Brett, yeah. Kim Brett, I remember him.
And he's playing for the Dodgers here, but he played and he was a pitcher. I did not know that. And the only reason I knew is because they have a brother's card in here, but here's some of the errors that you get in old cards. And if you get it in a box, you can get unlucky and get a majority of your cards will have these printing errors, but you can see these little floating printing errors behind them. But so this card could be centered perfect, pristine.
Yeah.
Those floating airs behind them will cause imperfections, in the grading process. So, but I'll have a bunch of cool stuff along the way from this collection that I've kind of pulled aside, just funny cards of funny things and that you just don't see anymore in sports. So other than that'd be the craziness for this week in ripping wax with Mac.
Cool.
Sweet. I think
Very
we're just
cool, man.
slipping just under 2 hours. I might call it a night with that.
Yes, sir.
All right, boys. Next week we'll have some good stuff. I'm sure Scotty will be back and talk about his epicness, art stuff. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right. See you.
See ya.
Later, guys.